Hey everyone, it's Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I am here to share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. And I'm just here with a little beauty moment, and I wanted to talk about my 3 reasons for going makeup free. And I'm not someone that does not wear makeup at all, so I'm not trying to say that I never wear makeup. But for an everyday, mainly daily basis, the makeup that I am going to probably be wearing is just filling in my brows, which you can see those are filled in. And when I'm able to, depending on how busy I am or depending on how busy the team is at my business, my eyelashes are going to be done because I'm all about the lashes, and I don't even really consider that to be makeup. But when I'm talking about wearing makeup, I'm talking about the primer, the foundation, the eyeshadow, the blush, the highlighter, the contour, and all that stuff. It's just too much for me. I'm not judging anyone that does that on an everyday basis. I believe that makeup is essential for many people, but for me, it's just not. And I would have to say my 3 reasons, for the most part, for going makeup free would be, number 1, my skin type. I have oily to combination skin, primarily my T-zone, which is this area and this area and this area. It is an oil slick. So I can literally wash or cleanse, I like to say wash, cleanse my face, and maybe not more than 1 minute later, those areas are really producing a lot of oil. I don't use products that are going to strip my skin because oil is essential. So I don't want to strip my skin, but I also don't want to have my skin feeling nasty and yucky and grimy because I'm producing oils, and I've got all of this foundation on my skin, and then I'm trying to use all of these blotting sheets or powders to blot those areas, and what I'm essentially doing is I'm just pressing all of that stuff back into my pores, into my hair follicles, and then it's going to cause breakouts. And I just don't like the way my skin feels on an everyday basis because my skin is just going to produce oil. That's just the long and short of it. No product is going to stop that from happening unless I were to go to see a dermatologist and they were to give me Accutane. And I'm never doing that because, thank God, my skin is for the most part clear. And Accutane, what that does is it literally turns off the oil. It stops the oil production. And people who have extremely, huge breakouts, just really, bad acne, and it's causing, some real issues, that is a last resort. And I would never recommend that for most people. That's really a last resort type of thing. So I'm not going to try to stop the oil production. I'm just going to deal with it. Because oily skin is, pretty good because it does help to keep the skin taut a lot longer. And, that's one of the reasons why I'm not really showing my age. And that's cool. So I want my skin to feel as good as possible. And another thing that I like to do when I can do it is cleanse my skin several times a day, at least 3 times a day. I'll do another video on that, but if I'm wearing makeup all the time, then that would be a huge issue because I would have to continuously reapply and reapply and reapply. So number 2, in talking about reapplying, and one of the reasons why I don't wear makeup on an everyday basis, number 2 is I like to reapply sunscreen. Sunscreen, no matter what time of year it is, it doesn't matter if it's spring, summer, fall, or winter. As long as it's daytime, there is sunlight and there are rays of sun that are going to affect your skin. 85% of the wrinkling and aging that you see on the skin is due to the rays of the sun, the UVA rays, and the A stands for aging. So the ultraviolet aging sun rays is what's going to cause those fine lines and wrinkles. And when you are using regular sun protection, it helps to prevent that, and it helps to slow that process along, as well as, of course, having regular professional skin care treatments and exfoliating and, all of those great things. So that would be my number 2 reason for not wanting to wear makeup on an everyday basis. And my number 3 reason, and it may be a little bit vain and it may not be, it's just my opinion. I want to look like who I am. And I don't really know how to say this, and I hope I don't offend anyone, because that is not the goal. That's not my intention. But I do feel like a lot of the people that wear heavy makeup on an everyday basis, they become unrecognizable when they're not wearing makeup and when they're not, when they're seen without it on. I want people to really know who I am. I want to be recognized, and I don't mean I want to be recognized on the street by strangers and, oh, you're Elizabeth. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I don't want to be one of those people that is always so made up that when people see me without the makeup on, it's like, whoa, is that her? And it's kind of true. I mean, think of some of the celebrities, and I don't know if they really do a whole lot of those stories very often anymore, but when they would do stories about celebrities without their makeup on, oh my gosh, some people was like, yeah, she looks pretty good. She doesn't look too bad. But then there's some people was like, whoa. And I'm not going to name any names of celebrities, and I'm also not going to name any names of people that may be well known, but they may not be an actual celebrity. But I can remember going to a conference, and there was a person, and this person is all about the makeup, but seeing them up close, it was pretty bad. Things in person, as opposed to just seeing it on screen and on video, it's different. And when I say this person had so much makeup piled up, and I could see the makeup in the crevices of their skin, and kind of seeing them up close, it was like, maybe I'll take a back seat, because that's a little bit scary. But it's true, and I don't want to be one of those people. I totally love color. I love makeup. I love what it can do for people. And I understand that for some people, they have what they feel like there are a lot of imperfections on their skin, so they want to cover it up. But if you're going to take the time to cover those things up, you actually have to spend at least double to triple time taking care of your skin when you don't have it covered up. And unfortunately, that's not the case with a lot of people. They go to sleep wearing their makeup. They're not thorough when they are cleansing their makeup and off of their face, and they're, wanting to be quick, fast, and in a hurry. So, they'll just use a makeup wipe and off they go. And that really isn't good enough. You have to really take the time to clean your skin. And if it took you about 30 minutes to do your makeup, you have to spend a lot of time cleaning that skin and cleansing those areas, exfoliating and masks. And because I don't wear a lot of makeup, when I do wear the makeup, I'm spending a lot of time removing it, and I'm going through the extra steps that I may not do on an everyday basis, which is exfoliating and using a really great mask. And so that's just me. It's no judgment on anyone. It's not something that I'm trying to get back up and rolling, because I know Alicia Keys did her movement on, not wearing makeup, and I assume she's still not doing it. I don't know, but I was doing that before she made it a thing. And I'm not saying, that to say, oh, she copied me, because I'm not. But what I'm just saying is that I've always pretty much felt that way. I've never been big on wearing makeup. And a lot of it was, how I was raised. I didn't grow up having a lot of makeup around me because I was primarily around guys in my family. So it wasn't something that I was really exposed to, but I knew about it. And when I got older, I was curious, but I wasn't one of those girls that was wanting to just try and buy all of these different types of makeup because I wanted to experiment and have fun. I just didn't feel like doing all of that work. So I just wanted to share my opinion. That's all it is. It's just my thoughts, but those are my 3 for not wearing makeup on an everyday basis and going makeup free for the most part. But when it comes to photo shoots, you best believe my face is going to be beat because I'm not going to invest all of that money and not have those photos be the best version of myself as possible. So I totally get it. And so no worries there. But this is Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on it? I would love to hear your opinions. I would love to hear what it is you do on a regular basis. And I hope it's not too crazy what I share, but it's, again, just my everyday, for the most part, routine. And I'm going to just end this video here by saying goodbye. I hope you have a beautifully blessed and amazing day, and I will see you on the next video.